In 1994, the World Cup was hosted by the United States.
Warmly welcomes you to World Cup USA 1994!
In that tournament, the world didn't just see a team, they saw a storm. The Super Eagles of Nigeria weren't playing football. They were writing a manifesto for a continent. That same year, Nigeria was ranked by FIFA as the 5th best football players in the world, right above football powerhouses like Argentina, Italy, Spain, and France. They were the golden generation. They were untouchable. 32 years later, America is hosting the biggest football event in the world. 48 nations, millions of fans, billions in revenue. And while the world will be under the bright lights of the United States, Canada, and Mexico, Nigeria, unfortunately, will be sitting in the dark. This will be the first back-to-back missed qualification Nigeria has had since her debut in 1994. It is indeed a national loss. It is indeed the greatest no-show in World Cup history.
So I'm out on the streets on a Saturday morning, a time when there are so many recreational activities, there are so many sports activities. As you can see here, there are people working out, and also there are a couple of guys playing football. So I'm going to hear their opinions on what they feel about the Super Eagles of Nigeria missing the World Cup yet again.
It's so sad Nigeria is not participating in this coming World Cup, because even our neighboring countries are participating. The whole giant of Africa not performing is a mess to Nigeria, but I feel maybe the next one we can do better.
It's quite disappointing, because as a football lover and as a football player as well, I felt bad. Immediately we started losing at the group stage, I knew a lot is going to go wrong, because from the NFF, the way they organize things, players complaining about their bonuses not being given, and then another player will get injury representing your country, and you have injury, and the NFF will not do anything about it. Look at Osimhen for the other match, he got injury. He has to flew back to his club for them to treat him. It's wrong. And then look at the organization of the field. Our field, the media and all of that is so poor. Even when we are watching it from our homes, we couldn't enjoy the match. And the support from the fans too is encouraging, but I think the NFF has a lot to do with their contribution to the national team. They should give them the bonuses when they are supposed to give them, attend to them when they have injuries, so that these players can be committed. They cannot be committed to you when you are not taking care of them when they have injury for you. So that's another problem the NFF needs to tackle.
Sincerely, I am not even bothered, because I'm used to their disappointments. I don't even call them Super Eagles, I call them Super Chickens. But if it was for Arsenal, forget the fact I'm wearing this PSG jersey, I'm going to flog them on the 30th. So I'm wearing their jersey, because right now, them be my Yahoo. So I'm not really bothered about Nigeria not competing in the World Cup. In fact, at the World Cup, I'm rooting for England or France. Yeah.
It's very bad. We have been suffering from this issue of not going to the World Cup. Like all these boys, they are not even serious. We have footballers in Maracana, even here in Ajegunle. We have footballers that is ready to carry the World Cup safe. So I don't know why people that they are paid will not be able to go. It's not even carry, just go. They cannot even just go. They are just disgracing us. Make government just try come AJ, come select boys. Make they carry us go Nations Cup first. Make them see our seriousness. Make them know how we the para. Maybe just to carry all these ones that they pay them $1 billion. But they get like 40 pa. Oh no, no, the one they do go the World Cup. So Nigeria is suffering, we are going through a lot.
You know, as a footballing nation and a nation that loves football, it's a very, very disappointing moment for us. No, the problem has been for long, and I think the main problem is from the NFF, is from the administration. No changes, changing of coaches, no implementation of plans for the players and the coaches. No, the last coach that we had, I think he was owed like 6 months salary before he left. The next coach, so the problem still persists, and you know, it still goes on and on. And if you don't get something to do about it, the next World Cup, I'm afraid to say it, we won't also qualify.
I feel disappointed basically, but somehow I'm partially happy that they are not going, because I don't want any glory going to our current president. So I really don't give a fuck about them not going. Although they are great players, great attributes to each of them basically, but it's still fine that they are not going. So we can't sell jerseys and all those extra cash that they are going to make. So I'm fine with that, as long as the government is not making money from this.
So I feel very, very bad, disappointed actually. Let me just use that word. Yes, I don't get to see our team play in the World Cup, and I think this is the second time we are not going. 2 times, it's not a fluke anymore. It's like something is happening.
I feel bad about it, very, very bad. For Super Eagles not to be in World Cup, it feels somehow.
My bro, it feels so bad, because as football lovers that we are, as individuals, and we are seeing that Super Eagles are not going to the World Cup again, you know, it's something that is not nice for us as football lovers, football supporters, whereby we're going to be sitting back at home again, watching other countries going to the World Cup. We can't go to cheer Ghana. No one understand that kind of thing. It don't really make sense now, but it's well. It's very painful, but that's what it is.
If I am to put a blame, honestly speaking, the NFF is to be blamed, because the poor management and everything.
Okay, first and foremost, I think if we want to be sincere, we'll say it is administrative issues first before the lackadaisical attitude of the players. Because when you look at it, how can you employ a coach? How can you employ a coach that doesn't have okay, we're always saying local coaches. But I don't think some of these local coaches have the pedigree to coach Super Eagles. Because look at a coach that entered and destabilized the whole team, having issues, 2 games to the World Cup, and no, I think it's NFF fault. I think it's NFF. I don't want to blame the players, but I think it's NFF.
The players, not NFF, because I feel if you see these players playing in their respective leagues in Europe, you see that they actually play better. But when they come back to play for the national team, they are often nonchalant. They don't play with that zeal. So I feel they play better in their football clubs.
Is the government. Nigeria is suffering from bad government. I won't blame the NFF, because even the government is not helping. I know say that they hold these people, they go shop. Can't even say that they borrow money. They go they owe Igbese too now. I'm all this sincere. So now the government, that they hold all these people safe.
I think the NFF, they are not really doing their job, because there are a lot of sentiment in the NFF committee. We need the talented players that are passionate to go for the World Cup. They are not selected into the team. So this is what we should be expecting until the NFF do the right thing. I think that's my own concern about that.
The NFF, 80% is the NFF, then 20% goes to few of the players who are not committed to the game. If you see like Osimhen now, Osimhen puts his heart into the game. Osimhen, Lookman, and what's his name? The defender that has dread, Bassi, Wabali. These guys put in their effort to see that the country goes to the World Cup and represents every time they appear in the pitch. But some other players just avoid that commitment. And I feel if 100% of the players shows that commitment, they will do well. In fact, they will do extremely well.
I think I can just say it's actually the NFF view, because their decision making was not planned properly. By first of all getting the coach they got at that particular time. I think our planning as the body NFF is not nice, because I feel like if they plan properly, look at countries like Brazil, England, these ones they planned ahead of time that they won't be in the World Cup. Look at Ghana, many of them. So we didn't plan. I shouldn't say we planned. We would have made decisions of getting that kind of coach at that particular crucial time. So I think no blame should go to the players. Though players have their own part to play too, but I think the governing body, NFF, should be blamed for that. Yeah, the NFF. I won't blame the players, because I think they are giving it all. Osimhen as an example, I think it's actually a bad stuff that he's actually playing for Nigeria. If he was my brother, I would have even prayed for him to play for another nation because he's actually the backbone of the team. And if we count the next World Cup, Osimhen will be like 30 plus. So it's actually a bad distance for this nation.
I'll do many changes. I will do many changes because I can't employ you that you don't have any sport, any football. How would I put it? Any football, like you're not football intelligent. You don't have the intelligence of football. You don't know anything about football. I can't employ you.
President, if I'm the person that is handling football matter in Nigeria, just sack all of them. They just carry their load and pack out. All of them. They are. I don't want to insult them. But they really spoiled football for us.
If I was the president of NFF, the changes I will make is that I will imbibe more of the grassroots players, like the local league players. That's the NFL. Because if you see those players, they are more conversant with the type of pitches we have in Africa. But you see over there in Europe, what they have there is more of synthetic pitches, you get. But in Africa here, most of the pitches are not synthetic. They are like natural. So the ones in the local league, they are used to that type of field. So, and they are more level-headed. Those ones in Europe, like let me say for example now, like if any player in like Super Eagles gets injury, like you end up using your own finance to sort your injuries out. But if you are injured at your club in Europe or maybe South America or maybe Saudi Arabia, it is the clubs that will take care of it. So I feel they have more energy when they play for their clubs than the country. Yeah, I see you.
I will select boys from the street too. I will select hungry boys for the work, not the ones that are already made. I will select the hungry ones so that yes. And we have boys in AJ now. We have not Ajegule all over in the streets that can play even more than Messi. Not be by world best.
If I'm being appointed in the NFF of president, the NFF president, this thing is actually from the what would I say it? It's from all the administration needs to be changed. Overall change. They have to overhaul the change. From the minister of sports, to the sports ministers and co. The club. And the thing is the problem we are having in this country is starting from our the local leagues. If we can improve our local leagues, I think it will go through all the sports, all the under 17, under 20, under 21. We have to groom players, and we have to know their real age. We can't use a 21 year for under 17 because that's what we actually have in this country. So that's the issue we have.
I think if I'm employed the president of NFF, first and foremost, I think we lack administrative role in this country because those people there are just after the money. So first and foremost, what I would do is employ a very good coach, not going to look for a coach that doesn't have a profile and start using Nigeria to build a profile. Look at other African countries. They employ coaches that have pedigree. So if I'm the NFF chairman today, I will employ a coach that has pedigree. For instance, like Pep Guardiola now. Imagine Pep Guardiola coaching Nigeria. Are you going to tell me that Nigeria is not going to qualify for World Cup? Nigeria has the money, Nigeria has the resources, Nigeria has the players for Pep Guardiola to do very well. But if I'm the NFF president, I'm employing Pep.
I think if I am appointed the president of NFF, one of the first things I'm going to make, it all boils down to the country we find ourselves in. But if I'm the president of NFF, I'm going to prioritize putting the right people at the right place. You cannot put somebody who is not experienced in football where football talks are being made. I think prioritizing the kind of people we keep there to coach the club, coach the country, coach the Super Eagles. Even in selection, not only for coach sef, even in selection, we have to have most of our ex-players who have had experience of bad image, bad behaviors from this NFF body. We will bring them, come say, okay, how far? When I can't make decisions because I want to know this plight more than people who know really they there. So I feel like I'm going to make, first of all, put the right people at the right kind of place so that we can make the right decisions. Thank you.
In cinema, we say the show must go on, and the show is going on. Right now in the United States, Canada and Mexico, the world is celebrating. The lights are shining, the cameras are rolling, and the goals are kicking in. But over here in Nigeria, unfortunately, the screen is blank. In Nigeria, we have the history, we have the fans, and we have the talents. But talents without discipline is only rehearsal that won't make it to the opening night. Could this be the end of the Super Eagles? Or is it the time for a total reboot?